Dan the Natural Man Show. Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday. This is another video in my strength training series on strength training exercises. The first one was for upper body exercises that we can pick to put into our routine. And these are based off of full body workouts. Of course, these same movements will be used whether you're doing a full body workout or a body part split workout. So the first one I want to show you, I really prefer for myself and for a lot of my clients, I like to do chest supported rows. Now the first one I'm going to show you now, today's muscle group we're focusing on is the upper back and the latissimus dorsi. The lats are the muscle that come on your armpit and they run down your side right here. You can feel it if you grab it right here. A lot of times this muscle gets tight too, so we have to stretch it. One good way to stretch it is just hanging from your chin-up bar. This is a good way. Nice, easy stretch. It feels good. Don't overstretch it. Right here, you want to work up to support your full body weight. Right now, I have my feet on the floor. It's still a really good stretch for the lats. So we're going to target the lats and the upper back, which is your rhomboids, and we're going to work on getting these muscles strong. Especially in this day and age where a lot of people, they work in offices, they're on their phones all day like this, bent over. I have a lot of clients that have a lot of neck pain and back pain in the upper back, and their posture started to get hunched forward because they spend many hours every day like this. So we want to do something to counterbalance this. We're going to strengthen these muscles. So the first variation of this chest support row, I'm going to use a dumbbell. And I have my bench probably about a 30-degree incline. Excuse me. This is about a 30-degree incline. So I have my dumbbell on the floor ready. I'm going to lay down on my chest. And make sure you put your chin above the end of the bench. We don't want to crane our necks. We want to keep our necks neutral. You can actually support your chin on the end of your bench right here and keep your neck neutral. See here? Now I already have my dumbbell down here. You can do these one arm at a time or two arms at a time. So one arm at a time, we'll take our dumbbell and we want to focus on using our latissimus dorsi to pull the weight. So it's like this. We want to take our bicep out. We want to take our elbow. It's going to come up like this. I never straighten my arm completely. I'm trying to keep constant tension on my latissimus dorsi. And if we were doing it with two dumbbells, it would simply look this way. So that's our first chest supported exercise, okay? Another way to do this, and the only way I could do this one is I have to turn my bench around, but what I do is I power rack again. Get yourself a power rack. I put my supports here all the way in the last hole. And then I take my barbell, I put my barbell on my supports. And I do the same movement like I just did with the dumbbell, except I'm using a barbell now. So it's, imagine a barbell here. And with the barbell you can do overhand grip like so. And you can do an underhand grip. You can, swap these up. So underhand grip. this. So those are two chest supporter rows I like. I saw another guy, I can't remember exactly how he did it, but he set his barbell up for sill rows. They're called sill rows. This is where your bench is completely flat. You have the barbell under your bench. I think he had his bench on some kind of riser so he could get enough range of motion. You have a barbell sitting under your bench. You'll be laying flat on your stomach and you grab your barbell and it'll be under you and you pull it. And I think you had to have some type of boxes to do it safely. Good, strong, sturdy boxes so you can do it safely and you don't fall and the boxes don't break, you don't tip over. Because there are a lot of accidents that can happen in the gym if you're not careful. You have to make sure things are set up properly with sturdy enough equipment. Now, another one is called, we used to call these lawnmowers, I don't know, one arm dumbbell rows on top of your bench. So if I'm going to work the right arm, I'm going to have my left knee on the bench. I'm going to support myself with my left hand. Similar movement, except now our chest isn't supported, but we still want to isolate the lat and let the lat do the work. Slow these down. Like that. And then for your left arm, support yourself with your right hand and your right knee. Okay, so the next one, let's move the bench out of the way. And this one you can do with a straight barbell or a Swiss bar. Now, I don't remember where I got this Swiss bar, but I can remember I only paid $180. And I say only 180 because a lot of them are a lot more expensive than that. Let me move this bench out of the way so we can see. Ow! Whack myself in the knee. That was good. That's not part of it. Although, again, you have to be careful so you don't have a gym accident. So these are called Australian pull-ups. I'm going to use my Swiss bar, or you can use an Olympic straight bar. So we have to set our hands probably about here. What is that, 4 from the bottom? Now these are a very good exercise too for the lats and the rhomboids. So, the first version I'm going to show you is we're laying on the floor. We're going to be laying on the floor for all the versions, but the first one, this is the easiest progression. We're going to put our feet up on the floor like we're going to do a bridge exercise, because this is for when you're weaker, you're going to be helping yourself with your legs. So help yourself with your legs. Okay, so the next version will be completely flat. My leg straight out. Now, to increase the resistance from here, we can place a plate or a dumbbell on our stomach. And then once that starts to get easy, easier, then we're going to take our bench. We're going to take our bench. And you're probably not going to be able to see, but you'll be able to see. Okay, I think this is too far out. So now we set our bench up. This is when we're getting stronger, and we have maxed out on the other one I just showed you, even with weight on our stomach. Now, we'll put our feet on the bench. This increases the weight more, so watch. So it's, and from here, when these start to get easier, we'll place weight on our stomach again. A dumbbell, a weight plate, a weight vest, whatever you decide to use, whatever you have at your disposal. And the other thing that I try to help you with is you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. I mean, you can find racks used, racks and barbells and dumbbells. You can usually find on the used market because people buy them with good intentions and then they never get into the habit. Habits take about 3 to 4 weeks to become permanent. You just have to stick it out. Okay, that's called the Australian pull-up. You can also do this with your straight bar. So you may want to do it with your straight bar. I recommend having a straight bar. And I'm sure you can find a Swiss bar or a football bar used as well, if you look. And they may be cheaper now. I bought this one several years ago. I mean, because on Amazon now, you can get a safety squat bar for about $100, brand new. You get a trap bar for about $100 brand new. And the quality is not that bad either. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. You know, you put weight on it, it doesn't break, and you lift it. So you don't have to buy a fancy, expensive $600 barbell to get results. Because that $600 barbell, for the average trainee, it's not going to really do you much good. I'm working with a general population, people who want to stay healthy throughout their life, people who don't want to become so weak they have to go to the nursing home. You don't have to have anything special. I got this rack brand new. I think it was $230. This has been several years ago again, but it was on Amazon. So all those really good exercises for your routine that you can rotate through. And of course, another version you see a lot is a standing barbell row, which this is more, in my opinion, more of an advanced movement because you have to build your strength and the strength in your lower back and get your form down before really these become easy for you. But of course, with every exercise, you're going to start light and slowly work your way up. The worst thing you can do in strength training is try to work your way up too fast. That's how people's form breaks down. That's how people get discouraged. And it's how people pull muscles and things like that. So, I've never done a lot of these over my lifting. And I've been lifting for, let's see, This year will be my 31st year, yeah. But on these you'll take about a shoulder width grip. And look, hopefully you can see me. Shoulder width grip. And you're going to stick your butt out. So, keep your back neutral, pull. I pull it into my stomach. So I keep my knees bent. And I do one where I bend over. That version is you're kind of bend over, I don't know, maybe 30 degrees. That's the one Dorian Yates really made popular. Other ones, some people like to bend completely over like this. I always found those to be harder on my back. Everybody's different. I've known people that could do one barbell rows completely bent over and it never bothered them. But everybody's different, and that's why it's good to have a coach that can work with you to help you find the exercises that work for your body. Also on the bent over rows, as on the chest supported barbell rows, we can also use a underhand grip too. You can also do these with the football bar. Get more of a parallel grip. Of course it is a parallel grip, this. One I didn't show you are called croc rows. You do these off of something you can support yourself with. This barbell work. You can also take a bench, which is I recommend getting a bench, one that you can adjust. You set the incline bench up so you can put your hand on it. Here I'm going to use this bar. You can really blast these. And it's another supported row variation, as you can see. I support myself on my arm. And so these are nice, basic exercises that have been around for many, many years. And people still do them because they work. They're the most effective exercises where you're working a big base of muscle. Most of them are compound exercises. Compound exercises are really good because they work the most amount of muscle and they don't take a lot of time. Most of my workouts and my clients' workouts, including warm up and cool down, they only last about an hour. And if you work out longer than an hour, especially if you're just a normal person trying to get healthy and stronger, you're not, doing things like steroids, an hour, maybe a little more, hour 10, hour 15 is going to be all you need for strength training. If you start to do more than this, you're going to start to get burnt out, your energy is going to start lagging, you're going to feel run down, especially when you start to get stronger. So weight training, remember, weight training is not cardiovascular training. It is good for your heart, but it's a completely different form of exercise. We have to make sure we're getting at least a day or two between each workout to let our muscles recover. Our muscles have to recover for these workouts. If they don't recover, you will not get stronger and your muscles will not get bigger. Cardiovascular work is we're targeting our heart. We're doing a rhythmic movement like running or walking or riding your bicycle. This type of exercise is not as strenuous on the muscles. It doesn't break the muscles down. So we can do cardio every day if we want to. I still don't recommend doing it every day because even cardio, I believe you need a day or two a week per week off between cardio sessions, or not between them, but I still think you need at least 2 days off from cardio every week. I try to do 3 to 5 cardio sessions a week. My point is strength training especially if you're doing full body, you would put at least 2 days between each workout. With my clients, we do twice a week. I try to put 3 days. We do a Monday, Friday a lot of times, so they get 3 days off, and then 2 days off between workouts. And that works really well. And all my clients are over 40. A lot of them are way over 40. And it works for them. If you're younger, say 20 and 30 years old, you can recover a little bit better than somebody who is older. But you still probably don't need to work out more than 3 to 4 times a week. Well, it's not gonna work like that. Anyway, hope this video has been helpful, and strength training is part of my protocols because it is so important to keep your health and longevity up. Look at some of the research coming out on muscle tissue. You'll start to understand why I push it so hard. So if you like the video, like it and share it. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my page, DanTheNaturalMan.com. And remember, until next time, keep it natural.